I would like to have 500 of the regular burgers and 500 of the super spicy flamers, please. Yep, that's correct. We're hosting a big X-Men party here, and we're gonna need all the burgers that we can, cause, well, we do need to find some way to satisfy our big superhero appetites. I mean, Wolverine can basically down 4 burgers in one day. No kidding. Yeah, I'm sure we do, because Magneto pays for the expenses here. I mean, how else do you think he has a mansion and a Blackbird, and how else do you think he pays for gas for the jet itself? But anyways, I have Magneto's card that used to belong to Professor Charles Xavier, and I asked him to borrow it just so I could pay for these burgers. Here you go. Yeah, sure. If I see him and if I have enough time, I'll do it. I'll see you when I get the burgers, Patricia. I have to go back to the mansion to meet up with one of my very special guests, as he is going to be reviewing a game. And here's a hint. It's a game that's made for a vintage game console that was released in 1989 in North America. So, when do you think Cyclops will show up with the burgers? Who knows? Bandito just invited me over because he felt I really needed to meet you awesome guys in person. Yeah, I'm a huge fan of the X-Men. You know that 90's kid from the car, right? Well, I'm not much like him. Yeah, I might be into 90's stuff, but I don't go around saying, dude, this game is awesome, or whatever is awesome all the time. I'm actually different from him. Would have never figured that out, Bob, especially when you dress up like the 90's kid. And you like a lot of the things that he has. Yeah, I have a question for you. Is Zach your real name? Nah. It's not my actual name. It's just a nickname that all the cool kids came up with. My actual name is Oliver. Oliver Lausitz. And I'm one of Oscar's elder brothers, dude. I'm probably the second oldest of the Lausitz siblings. Yeah, the middle child. So, got any good games here, dude? Got any good games I can play? Because I am a huge fan of Sega Genesis and Super Nintendo. Yeah, I sometimes rest my glasses on my head because it gets too dark sometimes. Yeah, it's something that 90's kid would never do. Anyways, I gotta see what games you got. Well, there is that one X-Men game for the Sega Genesis, if you want to take a look at it yourself, bub. Cool, dude! I love me some Sega Genesis. And believe me, I don't go around saying this is the most awesome thing ever all the time like the 90s kid does. I actually do have a life outside of doing nothing but twiddling my thumbs, but anyways, I gotta see what this game is about. Well, greetings, dudes. Yeah, it's my lucky day today because I got to be invited over to the X Mansion to meet up with the awesome pals of X-Men. Yeah, I know I like to say awesome a lot, but it's also a trait of my inspiration, the 90s kid, who happened to be one of my best role models. Oh yeah. But anyways, here I have X-Men on the Sega Genesis. Now this game is just awesome. Well, it's good, but it's not the best 90s X-Men game that there is, in my opinion. Believe me, we're gonna get to that in the next part. So yeah, if you haven't known already, in the 90s, X-Men was a huge deal. And you wanna know why? Because of one of the greatest comic book superhero-based cartoon series to ever exist, the X-Men, and it brought those characters to popularity. Yeah, and Stan Lee himself believed that the X-Men was too dark to be adapted into children's TV, but someone at Fox Kids, who I can't remember the name, I think it's Margaret Ann Lois. Margaret Ann Lois basically proved them wrong. And also partnered up with one of the greatest TV studios ever, Saban. Same guys that made Power Rangers. Or would later go on to make Power Rangers. So yeah, X-Men was awesome. And still is. It lasted for 5 seasons. And it's now getting a sequel series called X-Men 97. Which I have to get to. Know about the streaming services, right? Well, I have to find myself a streaming box. Or go over to the Bandito's lair and borrow his Roku TV. Cause I don't have any of those streaming boxes. I like to live in the 90s, man. So yeah, let's get my sunglasses down and play some X-Men on the Sega Genesis. Oh yeah, when I was younger, this was one of my faves. Believe me, I spent all of my hard-earned money to get this game back then. But anyways, the plot involves Magneto, and well, his goal in the show itself is to have a sanctuary between humans and mutants, if I remember correctly. Yeah, he wants to make peace for mutants. But anyways, let's select our difficulty and X-Men. Yeah, I'm selecting hero difficulty because I'm not a pussy. I like to play hardcore. I don't do easy, man. So yeah, it's been a while since I played this game, and I'm trying to input this level select code. For some reason, it doesn't work on this copy. Anyways, just gotta wait for the level to pop up. Yeah, you sometimes have to, well, you have to go up to the center console to get the level started. Yeah, it took me a bit of time to remember that. Anyways, here's the first level in the Savage Land. Yeah, I remember this location from the show itself. Yeah, and I remember seeing a pterodactyl man named Sauron. Yeah, whose name sounds like a Lord of the Rings villain. So yeah, see what I mean by him having an OP attack? It is a long-range stick. And what can I say? Sticks and stones definitely break your bones. You still have to watch out for the spearmen. Yeah, these guys are relentless. I mean, who programs basic enemies to shoot at you? But that's part of the challenge, though. You don't want a game that's too easy. You want some challenge. You want some spice. Oh man, I fell. No biggie, it's a good thing I can still go up. Yeah, that always confused me. Like, the waterfall is part of the foreground. And I would never think to go there, I would just think it's a blockade. Yeah, there's a lot of platforming you need to do. They could have made this into a beat-em-up. Yeah, there's the spikes. The spikes will most definitely hurt you. It wasn't until I reset the console that I found out that you have to pull down another lever to get the spikes down so that they wouldn't hurt you as badly. Yeah, there's some puzzles you have to do. So it's kind of like a puzzle platform. Whoops. Yeah, I was eating a chili dog while I played the game, yeah. I got a chili dog before I turned on the game itself. But anyways, it's our first boss fight with Juggernaut, and he is really invincible. You need to have your heroes to defeat him. And sometimes they'll run away. Yeah, low on health. I might as well reset. Alrighty, I reset the game and defeated Juggernaut by using all 3 of my X-Men that helped me out. Yeah, some X-Men are basically like screen-clearing bombs. Yeah, they're not playable characters. You just use them to clear away enemies. That's why I call them screen-clearing bombs. Yeah, this is the hardest part there. Yeah, you could use Iceman to make it easier, but Iceman is probably the most useless of all the helping heroes in the game. Yeah, you just use him and he gives you a platformer. I mean, it's supposed to freeze the enemies. He's Iceman, dude. And last time I checked in the cartoon series itself, wasn't he fighting the X-Men? Yeah, wasn't he a former X-Men? Oh, crap. I keep falling off. And this, I got near one of the spearmen. Yeah, I am really rusty here. Oh, dang it. I got my shirt messed up with a chili dog. Yeah, up to the next boss here. Yeah. And you can basically hit her, unlike Juggernaut, who, as we established, Juggernaut, you can't hurt him because he's invincible, dude! Let's summon the Angel of Death here. Yeah, I remember that episode. It was awesome. The episode with Apocalypse and his Horsemen of Apocalypse. Ah, crap, I died. Alrighty, I reset again and I actually beat the level. I didn't actually show it, but I beat the level. So yeah, that's X-Men on the Sega Genesis. It can be challenging, yes, but that's what makes the game fun. And after you beat the first level, you go on to the second level and you get these things that you destroy and they give you health. Yeah, I never understood that either. So yeah, really awesome game. And yeah, it's the second level. It's basically Future City. Yeah, and what's the E-SWAT guys doing here? I mean, shouldn't they be in the E-SWAT? You're in the wrong game, man. Anyway, still a pretty awesome game. And I remember that the guys in the gold armor were really hard, and they could basically own you, man. So yeah, it is an awesome game. And you get to switch out your X-Men when you're playing the game itself. But if you do it a third time, yeah, you lose all your chances. And whenever one X-Men dies, you get to go on to the next one, kind of similar to Ninja Turtles on the NES. And yeah, I remember liking this level as there was an end part to it that was really cool. You get to go in space. And I remember when X-Men went to space in one episode where they had to get the Mcron crystal. Yeah, I went old school there, man. Yeah, this is a really cool level. It might be hard, but it is still an awesome level. Just have to get past these SWAT guys. So yeah, I highly recommend X-Men on the Sega Genesis for any X-Men fan. Not the best X-Men game on the 16-bit console, but still pretty decent. Yeah, I also like to mention that there is, believe it or not, a level in that game where the only way you're supposed to beat it is to reset your console. Yeah. When I was younger, I was trying to beat that level and was stuck until I hit the reset button by accident because I wanted to give up. But I actually found out that that's how you're supposed to beat the game. And if you were playing this on a Sega Nomad console, it would be rendered unplayable as you can't get past that level as the Sega Nomad has no reset button. What other game does that, man? Yeah. I tried to get to that level, but I obviously didn't have enough time, and my gaming skills are a bit rusty. I used to beat this game down with T. But anyways, X-Men on the Sega Genesis is still a good game. In my opinion, it's not the best game. Well, not the best X-Men game on 16-bit consoles. That honor goes to the next game that we're going to take a look at. But still, a good game. And gets an 8 out of 10 in my opinion. Yeah, I always use Gambit and Wolverine because Gambit's attack is just OP, man. And Cyclops is also pretty good. And yeah, there's a lot of platforming and it is pretty challenging. Yeah, but that's what makes the game amazing. The game has to be hard to be fun. It can't be too easy. Because if it was too easy, it wouldn't be fun. But yeah, if you're wondering why I have a different shirt on, well, it's because while I was playing that game, I actually was eating a chili dog. Yes, I like those. And I got my other shirt messy and had to take it over to the laundromat. Well, I'm planning to take it over to the laundromat later. And actually changed out of my other shirt. It changed into my other shirt. That's how it happened. But anyways, this is Zach, the 90's guy, signing off for now. Oh wait, phone's ringing. Hello. Hey. What? My rent's due? Yeah, it's a long story. I've been trying to save up enough money for my rent. Yeah, I have this job at Racer Cinema Video, or Racer Cinema Rentals as it's called. And I'm basically the guy who manages the videos and is responsible for all the late fees. And I also have to work to basically pay for food for my girlfriend. Yeah, I'm not entirely a 90's kid knockoff. I do have a girlfriend and a job. And I have to pay my rent. So yeah, I'll pay my rent as soon as I can. Yeah, I'll make sure I'll get the invoice for my rent sent on my 90's laptop. My iBook G-Free clamshell. Yeah, I like to live in the 90's. Don't call me weird. Okay, oh, that sounds good. I'll see you then. Bye. Yeah, it was my landlord. He says my rent is due, which means I'm gonna have to pay my rent and send the invoice. Well, he's gonna send the invoice to me on PayPal, and I have to pay it on my iBook G-Free clamshell. That's why I have a job. You have to pay the rent, dude. Anyways, if you like this video, I have another cool 90's game that cool 90's game review that you might like. And you know the drill. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. Because the Bandito said that every subscriber counts, and, well, it does. But to people who... And make sure to hit that notification bell, okay? It's important. But for people who already subscribe, all you have to do is like and comments. Anyways, see you later, dudes.